What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Gibby Plays Total Extreme Wrestling 2005 series. This is episode 2 of WCW in 2001. I am your host, of course, the GIWBY, the man they call Gibby, bringing you some of my opinions on how I should rebuild WCW right over here. Now, before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that I am the host of my own podcast, the Roz Gibby Podcast. If you like what you see here with the Total Extreme Wrestling series, you could go check out the Roz Gibby Podcast series. Got a whole bunch of episodes, review WWE Raw, TNA, and WWE pay-per-views. So definitely go check that stuff out. Also take your questions. On the site, there's a Poll of the Week segment where I poll you guys on your thoughts on wrestling. And also, we have a submit questions section of the website. So go submit your questions there. You just have to put in your email and your question. You can get it heard here on the Roz Gibby Podcast. So definitely go check that stuff out. So let's get right back to it. We have just finished our first week of WCW programming. Let's just check out our results here for those who are just tuning in. So these are our matches. These two right here were our little dark show matches. And then we've got our main show right here. So as you can see, we put on a pretty solid show, but from the last episode, it appeared to have actually hurt our popularity a little bit. Sorry, but hopefully we can improve here. But then again, we were quite consistent on what we got, so that's a good sign. As you can see, also in the headlines, we got a whole bunch of wrestlers that have been released by the WWF. And let's just check out Monday Night Raw's results. And so they've also sold out in their respective arena, but they did not put on as good of a show as we did. So I think these are just their normal matches. So let's check our inbox. So we just got ratings warning by TNT, and they are unhappy about the rating. Let's see what rating we got. We got a 1.1. That is not good. So we got to find a way to start to hype up our shows a little bit. What I forgot to do in the last episode was do advanced booking, so which is I will announce the matches further down the line. So I forgot to do that for Nitro. So next time, once we start booking stuff, I have to announce some matches so that more people will tune in. So that is not a very good number. So I got to remember that for next time so that our numbers can go up. But so far, our show was pretty good. We're hoping that maybe that the quality of the show will get around to people, and then more people will start to tune in. So for those who don't remember, these are our current storylines we're working with right now. So this is the Booker T versus Jeff Jarrett storyline. No heat right now because Booker T has not yet gotten involved. So we got to get him involved next week to respond to the open challenge. So then we've got our Goldberg versus Steiner feud, which has got some A heat right now, so that's very good. So far, this is what we got. Let's go to Guerrero versus Mysterio. We need to do another pre-match attack for the next Raw, or Nitro rather. We've got Kevin Nash versus DDP, which has also got an A heat, so that's good. And Rection versus Awesome, also A level heat, so that's good. And the TV title tournament, we got B+ heat, so solid enough, nothing too bad. Now let's go back over to our promotion. So we made $387,000. So we've just raised a little bit of money. Hopefully, once we start doing a bit more shows and get the house show routine going, we'll start to see that number rise a little bit more as we move along. So let's just check our popularity here. So we are quite popular everywhere except Puerto Rico. But you mainly want to go towards the Mid-South, Southeast area. Maybe move up into the Great Lakes, Mid-Atlantic. Actually, we were in the Mid-Atlantic, so definitely be in the Mid-Atlantic because that's Blair County. So let's see what else here. Let's just check to see some of the guys that have been released. Shelton Benjamin's been released, Nick Dinsmore, Doug Basham, a whole bunch of their developmental roster has been released. So maybe we'll try and take advantage of some of the guys that have been released and maybe try and sign him. D'Lo Brown's been released. Trish Stratus has been released. A lot of guys here have been released. We've got Brian Gerwitz, top writer. Bruce Pritchard's been released. Gerald Briscoe, maybe improve some of our agents. But let's just move on to our next day. Just all the way over to our Nitro. But we also have to make sure about the contracts that are coming in. So it looks like that. Vince McMahon has grabbed hold of the WWF. That's good. Let's check out their SmackDown results. Pretty average show, I would say. They've got Jericho defeating Big Show. They've got Edge and Christian defeating Jeff Hardy and Rikishi to retain the WWF Tag Team titles. That's interesting what they're going over here. So let's just close that. Let's check our inboxes. And we've got a bunch of booking positions available that we could take over, but we're going to stick with WCW and try and right this ship. So let's go next. So as we wait for that to keep loading up. There we go. Now we've got 4 pending decisions, so those are probably the contracts that came in. Let's check out we've got $63,000 from our house show last night, so that's good. Let's see some of the decisions. So the following, we're still waiting for a response from Gabe Sapolsky, but we've got responses from Christopher Daniels, Jeremy Borash, Road Warrior Hawk, and Steve Carino. I'm going to start off with Carino. Now let's see what he wants. He's agreed to meet with us. Possible employment. Based on usual market prices, a written contract would need to be around $7,560 for roughly 24 months. A pay-per-appearance deal would need to be in the region of $1,944, with the downside of around $1,361 and be for about 16 months. Of course, it's just a guideline and maybe more or less demanding on the worker's specific situation. So let's just make him this base offer right now. And he doesn't want a written contract. Oh, because of our size. So we may just have to wait a little bit on and just wait for the promotion to get bigger, because I don't want to do a pay-per-appearance contract for these guys. So let's just get out of this. I think we can move on. Oh, we gotta await the decisions. So let's just cancel our offer. We'll just cancel our offers for now and hope that nobody picks them up to written contracts, especially the WWF. So we'll just keep these guys on the canceled area, and we'll just keep them informed. But once we start to make more money, we should be doing good. And this is the one with Gabe Sapolsky, so let's just cancel that one as well. So let's just go to the next day. So we have one unread email. Check our house show income again, $63,000. So let's just check out our promotion. So we're $10,510,000. So that's okay. Just need to start building just a little bit more. So let's just go to the next day. So inbox. So let's see. Paisley doesn't like to push. Another house show. We made $62,000 compared to the $63,000. So that's not too bad. Paisley makes a complaint. She doesn't feel her push is well suited. So let's just check her push. Linda McMahon has become the booker of WWF. That's interesting. So let's go over to the booking screen. Check out Paisley. And let's just scroll down here. And there she is. Select push options. What's the recommended push? Opener. Let's talk to our booking team about Paisley and where they feel she fits into the plans. So Paisley. So her current position is good. Let's talk to Paisley herself. Let's just see what she feels. She thinks her current position is good. That's weird. And I'm guessing the road agents are feeling all right with her. So that's how it's going to roll here. So let's just see Goldberg versus Steiner. So we'll have the heel making fun of the face for the next show after the beatdown he laid down on Goldberg last week, and then we'll have him in the main event, and we'll have him win, and we'll do this for our next one. And then for the third week, we'll have the heel making fun of the face again, the face winning the match. And then the heel will attack afterwards again. And then we'll have a match request, in which we'll then have our first title shot at Sold Out between Bill Goldberg and Scott Steiner. So eventually there's going to be 4 matchups for this one. So let's see, we've got another quarterfinal matchup that we have to get assigned. So let's try and advance book that stuff so that at least draws a little bit. This is an interesting one because they're on the same team, so that'll create a little bit of interest. So let's go book up the match. So for Nitro, we are going to have Lance Storm and Conan for Nitro. And then we'll have another match up, which is Chuck Palumbo versus Mark Jindrak, also for Nitro. And let's see what else we can do here in terms of a storyline. Booking storylines. So we could set up another tag match. So let's do that. So advanced booking for Nitro. We'll have Brian Adams versus Brian Clark in a tag team match against Diamond Dallas Page and Kevin Nash for Nitro. And that's got some good heat, so that'll get a little bit of interest. What else do we have here? We can set up a Mike Awesome match. So that'll be good. And we'll set up a Carrero match. Let's see here. So let's do advanced booking. We're going to advance book a singles match between Mike Awesome and who can he beat that's established? How about, I believe we can put Bam Bam Bigelow in there. We'll put Bam Bam Bigelow in there, and we'll have him beat Bam Bam Bigelow, and then we'll see what happens there. Okay, not a much heat. It's just going to be a showcase match for Mike Awesome. And then we'll have another match for Nitro between Chavo Guerrero versus, let's see here, who can we have facing Chavo? Let's put Shane Helms in there. Shane Helms. Actually, let's put AJ Styles. Let's put AJ Styles in there. So we'll book that for Nitro. And we will, let's see, we've got Storm versus Conan, Palumbo versus Jindrak, Chronic versus Insiders, Awesome versus Bam Bam Bigelow, and Chavo Guerrero versus AJ Styles. And what else can we put in? We'll probably have Steiner face somebody. So let's try and cross promote here between the Booker T and Jarrett storyline with the Steiner and Goldberg one. So we'll do Scott Steiner versus Booker T for Nitro. That will be our main event. So let's see, Scott Steiner. Actually, we'll go with Sting just to save face on Booker T. So we'll do Scott Steiner versus Sting for Nitro. And that will be our main event. So we got a bit of heat there. This is going to be an interesting show. So we've already got Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T announced for Sold Out. And once I'm just going to establish some stuff, some heat already for Jarrett and Booker T before I give them a legitimate storyline. Right now I'm just going to give it to them on the fly and see how it goes. So these seem pretty good. I think there's one match I'm missing out on, but let me just check. We've got that one. We've got the Guerrero one. Nope, we got everything here. So we'll also hype up the semifinal matches for week 3, and then we'll have our pay-per-view final match, which will be Chris Kanyon versus Shane Douglas for the TV title. So that'll be good. Let's just check our storylines here, see how we've progressed. So we're doing pretty good so far. So we're gonna have another tag match here, and we'll have another pre-match attack with Guerrero going over top. And then after this pre-match attack, we'll do this stuff and accepts the challenge, which will then lead to a pay-per-view matchup for the Cruiserweight title. Whoever that may be, I'm not too sure. So, but it has to be a singles match. So we'll do that. So we're just going to continue with this pre-match sort of streak that he's going on. Establish some heat on Chavo. Let's just go back here. Let's check our title situation. So perfect. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff that's advanced booked here. So got to remember this when we book our pay-per-view, or Nitro rather. So let's go next day. All right, let's just check our email. Another house show. We got 59,000, so a little bit of money lost there. Let's just check our promotion. Still in $10 million range. So Nitro is tonight. We've already booked some of our storylines. One thing I have to do before we get started is go in and change Kevin Nash to a heel. So prepare for a turn. So select push options, turn options. So we'll prepare him for a turn. And that will set up down the line for Kevin Nash versus DDP. So he's going to turn heel. So we've got that one down packed. So let's just go to the next day. Alright, so we got our announced team of Tenay and Anderson. No one's unavailable. That's good. So let's see. We've got our stuff booked here. Let's just check our advanced booking. So we've got Storm and Conan, Palumbo and Jindrak, Adams and Clark versus DDP and Nash, Awesome and Bam Bam Bigelow, Guerrero and Styles, and Scott Steiner versus Sting in our main event. So let's just let's start off with the Cruiserweight match. So let's just check our storyline progression here. So we'll go Guerrero. We'll go with the pre-match attack again. So let's add an angle. Actually, I think there's a show intro, so let me just find that one here. Stable. Show intro, yeah, with fireworks. So we'll do that just to hype up the show. So we got Mike Tenay and Arn Anderson. So Nitro intro with fireworks. And that'll be a brief 2 minutes. And we'll have another angle. So let's do an interview turned into an assault. we could do a fireball one, but that'd be crazy. Let's see here. Let's try and filter this one. So attack. So let's do a backstage attack. So that will be Shane Helms, and the catalyst will be Chavo. Let's just auto name that. Chavo on Shane Helms. Here we go. So that'll start off the show. And then we'll have our first matchup between Chavo and Shane Helms. Here we go. And we'll make that a 9-minute match. So winner's gonna be Chavo. So this will be an open matchup, decisive. Actually, no, we'll make that a tainted win. Again, establishing the heel and Chavo. It'll be an all-out match. I'll work the crowd. Pinfall finish. And that should be good. So there we go. Our road agent will be... let's give it to Johnny Ace. So there we go. Today and Anderson. There. Let me just overview what we got so far. I'm just gonna change this. Actually, let me just give him a different push. Oh, first select him, then give him a different push. We'll just put him into the mid card for now, and then once we're done with him, then we'll move him back into the road agent spot because we've already advanced booked him. So next we'll set up for our TV title tournament. So we'll have the announcers. Well, actually, let's do a post-match celebration to add more heat to Chavo. So let's see, post-match celebration. So he'll go completely over the top with his celebration because of course he's the heel. Chavo. And that'll be 2 minutes. Then we'll set up another angle with Mike Awesome and how he'll self-hype himself. So we'll give him a promo. So let's see. Hype. So let's see. So promo, single self-hype. So let's just see how Mike Awesome will do on the mic. There we go. This will be an awesome self-hype. So we'll give him 3 minutes of promo time. And then we'll have him come out for his match with Bam Bam Bigelow. So that will be Mike Awesome versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam Bam. And that will be 7 minutes. And it will be a complete domination on Mike Awesome's part. Domination. Got to make Awesome look strong, so we got to protect him a little bit. Decisive. We'll do that. We'll get a pinfall finish. And that should be good. We'll put Finlay on that one. So there we go. So let's just check our storyline progression here. So face will self-hype. And then we've got him beating another well-known guy. And for the Guerrero one, we've got another attack angle. Although I think that one I may have to modify a little bit. Let's see. Modify. Yeah. No, I think that'll be fine. He's a catalyst, so it's okay. So, Mike Awesome versus Bam Bam Bigelow. And then I'll have him come out and announce his intentions for the US title. So promo. So let's see here. So let's just do that for Mike Awesome. After the match, he'll come out and talk about how he announces his intention to get the title off of General Erection. So, Awesome warns General Erection. There we go. We'll do that after the match. And then let's see what else we can do here. So we've got that. Now we'll hype up our TV title. So we'll check up here. Let's just see. Don't want something with a talk show. Let's go hype. So we'll have a backstage interview with Conan, talking about his upcoming match. Oh, actually, let's make Lance Storm talk about it. No, actually, that wouldn't make sense. Let's put Conan talking about Lance Storm. We'll do that. Backstage interview with Conan. And that will be 3 minutes. Then we'll have our match. And let me just check the booking of it here. So, Lance Storm versus Conan. So, Storm will go first. So, we'll do that. Lance Storm and Conan. 2 heels, but it makes it more interesting on who can come out on top. Sure, they may be conflicted, but it's a tournament, so you can really kind of get away with that. Should we put Finlay in charge? Put Zbyszko in charge. Victor will be Lance Storm. This will be an open match. It'll be decisive. And they can call in the ring. All out match. Work the crowd to get them back into it. Pinfall finish. Actually, remove that. Make it a submission finish. There you go. You got that down pat. And so then we'll have something happening backstage. let's see. Should we do a backstage attack? So how about we do this with the Authority? We'll talk about the we'll talk about how Bryan Adams and Brian Clark want a title shot that they feel they deserve. We'll get Russo in there. The minor support will be DDP. So title requests by Chronic. Actually, no, that's not going to work because Russo's the heel. So let's see. Let's just do a basic hype up. So hype. We'll just do a graphic for an upcoming match. So it will be DDP and Kevin Nash versus Bryan Adams and Brian Clark. Insiders versus Chronic. So now we'll have a 2v2 match in which I believe the insiders have to go over on this one. But DDP will be the one taking the pinfall win here, setting up more for Kevin Nash jealousy. So DDP and Kevin Nash versus Chronic. There we go. And we'll give them 12 minutes to work with. So the winner is going to be DDP. He's going to take the victory here. But you got to make Nash look. Actually, no. Let's not do that. We'll keep it an open match. Keep it an open match. Decisive win. Script that one out. All out match. Work the crowd. Of course, my computer fan is just getting loud. Taking in all this information. And we'll make it domination on DDP's part to make it look even more like he's the better man. So that'll do that. We'll get Stevie Ray back involved with that one. So we'll save. So now we've just got under an hour left of television to work with. We'll do a post-match angle. Post-match. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do with this one. Not just yet for Nash. Just got. Oh, this is a good one. This will be good. I like this one. So DDP will argue, well actually, yes, DDP will argue with Nash about not putting in their work to win. Insiders. This is a good angle. I like this. So we'll do that for Nash and DDP, which will bring even more heat between them. Now we've just got to book our second quarterfinal matchup. So we got to book also Palumbo and Jindrak. We've got Rection versus Awesome. We've got Guerrero and Mysterio. You just need to work something with Booker T and Jarrett, Goldberg and Steiner, and just our final matchup for the WCW TV title. So the announcers will hype up a 1v1 match coming up. So that will be Mike Tenay and Arn Anderson, hyping up the match between Chuck Palumbo and Mark Jindrak. Palumbo versus Jindrak. That'll just be a quick minute. So hyping up Palumbo and Jindrak. And then we'll have our Palumbo-Jindrak match, in which I believe Palumbo has to win this one. So let's see, storylines. Yes, Palumbo. Oh, and my phone is just going off. So 1 second here. Sorry about that. I just got a call, but I am back here, and let's just focus what we've got. So we've got Palumbo versus Jindrak. That is good. Let us book up this matchup. So Palumbo's got to win this one. So let's go find Chuck Palumbo. And let us find Mark Jindrak. Mark Jindrak. We'll make this a 10-minute matchup with Palumbo going over, obviously. Keep Jindrak looking strong. Keep it open. But make it decisive for Palumbo. Script it. Work the crowd a bit. And then pinfall finish. So that should be good. Zbyszko is involved with that one. 41 minutes now left. So let's just do a brief little thing between Booker T and Jarrett. So we'll do a promo in which Booker T will accept the open challenge. So we'll find a response. Respect the response. Here we go. So we'll do that. So Booker T will come out and talk about the open challenge that Jeff Jarrett laid out last week. And so Booker T versus Jeff Jarrett. There we go. And that'll be quick 2 minutes. And then Jarrett will come into the ring and attack Booker T. So then Jarrett will come in and attack Booker T for accepting the challenge. Let's just make it right here. there. And that'll be quick. That'll set up some more heat between them. So we have more time for Steiner. And we'll see. We'll have Steiner making fun of Bill Goldberg. So, let's see. Let's try a faulty judgment. That's not going to work. Let's see. Let's see what Venge does. Let's see. Try Superior. Let's see. There's got to be something here. Let's just close that and just find a good angle for Goldberg and Steiner. So, let's see. So there's some insult trading we could do. Let's see. Let's try argument. There's got to be something here that can work for Steiner. Let's just see here. Storylines, Goldberg and Steiner. Taunt angle. Yeah, that makes sense. Silly goose. So we'll have a taunt angle. So we'll have him in a promo. So we'll have Steiner targeting Goldberg. So taunt Steiner on Goldberg. Give him some time on the mic just to kill some time. And then we'll have our match. This will be our main event match between Scott Steiner and Sting. So, Scott Steiner versus Sting. So we'll make this a 21-minute match just to give them some time to work with. We'll have Johnny Ace involved with this one. Scott Steiner's going to come out and be the victor. Decisive win. Script this match. All out match. This is your finishing match to finish off the show. Let's see, interference. let's not do that. We'll give him a submission, the Steiner recliner. Alright, so we'll do that. And then after the match, we'll have Goldberg come in and attack Steiner. So major target will be Scott Steiner. And the major catalyst will be Bill Goldberg. Goldberg on Steiner. And then that will be around 4 minutes. And then after that, and then we'll have Bill Goldberg announce his intentions for the title. Goldberg wants a title match. To which then it ends with Steiner in the ring let's see. And we'll do, this is going to be in ring. Let's see here. And then accept the challenge. Might as well. So Steiner will accept Goldberg's challenge. Goldberg versus Steiner. So I think that's a 2-minute segment. Yeah. So there we go. There is our second week of Nitro booked. In which then after this we will announce Steiner versus Goldberg at Sold Out. Let's pick our location. Again, want to stay within the Mid-Atlantic, South, and the Mid-South. So the recommendations, another big sized arena. So we'll go to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We'll sign that. Actually, try and find an area with that's huge into entertainment. While still having a big, there we go, SBC Center. And we'll sign that as tonight's venue. So there we go. I'm not going to do any pre-show segments. We'll just run the show as it is. So here we go. So we've got the boom, 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 ba boom, boom. The show starts with an impressive opening of pyro before the lights are raised and several sections of the excited crowd are shown, waving various signs. The focus then switches to the announce table where Tenay and Double A introduce and hype tonight's show. Shane Helms is backstage and all of a sudden is attacked by Chavo. So that's been moved forward. We have a very excellent matchup to start off the show, which is awesome. Chavo Guerrero defeated Shane Helms in 9:05 by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. So very good chemistry. So that's a great way to start off the show. And then having picked up the victory, Chavo Guerrero celebrates in the ring and goes crazy. Again, bringing more heat onto him. And then Mike Awesome came into the ring and cut promo, which he then defeated Bam Bam Bigelow. So that's good. And he states that he's now going to make General Erection's life a living hell. Lance Storm's backstage with Conan talking about his upcoming match. And then we had another great matchup here to set up our WCW TV title run. So there we go. So DDP and Kevin Nash defeated Chronic in 12-22 when Diamond Dallas Page defeated Brian Adams with the Diamond Cutter. And then DDP looked good out there, so that's good. So the bell rings and the triumphant Kevin Nash rushes into the ring to celebrate the victory with Diamond Dallas Page. DDP, though, looks none too pleased with Nash, violently pointing a finger into his chest while complaining about Nash's conduct. Nash acts shocked at the accusations. This is great. This is going to set up perfectly for the angle to end. So then we have another hyping up of Palumbo and Jindrak, which we got a B match out of this, so not amazing, but our announce team really gave a boost to this matchup, so that's good. So now Booker T has come out and says that he accepts the open challenge that Jarrett made. Jarrett couldn't believe it and freaked out, in which then he attacks Booker T in the ring and leaves him down and out. So basic setup for a good feud between Jarrett and Booker T. Scott Steiner came out for an interview, and very interesting how he talks like Booker T in this one. He then defeated Sting with a Steiner recliner, and Sting was visibly tired toward the end, but it was still an A+ matchup. And then we got Steiner celebrating his victory in the ring when Goldberg runs and attacks. He then announces that he wants to be the world champion, in which Steiner comes out and says he accepts the challenge and will face him in a match. All A+ ratings. So that's good. Good stuff here to end off the show. And we've got another A rating. So that's good. We forgot to put in Chavo Guerrero versus AJ Styles. And apparently this actually may have hurt our popularity again. But we put on another pretty good show. The matches were very good in this one. And we've really set up well for a main event between Goldberg and Steiner. So let's just check in with the ratings here, and then we'll end off this episode of Gibby Plays TEW 2005. So let's check out the results. So we got an A show. We got the A+ show to start off and an A+ match to end it. So that's good. Let's see the reading. And let's just go down. Monday Nitro rating went up a bit from the 1.101 now 1.15. So that's all right. So a little bit of an increase, but hopefully we can keep it increasing by this time. So we'll mark them as, we'll select them all and delete. So let's also check on how much money we made. We're at $11 million. We've got an A+ rated match trophy, so that's good. And let's just check the progression of our storylines here. So Booker T and Jarrett have got B+ heat so far. Steiner and Goldberg have good heat. We forgot to do this one, looks like, so we'll probably put that in a pre-show segment just to make up for it. But it's not too big of a deal. And we'll have another pre-match attack. Again, A heat so far for Guerrero. We've got the eventual challenge, which we're going to have at the pay-per-view. We're going to have the tag match at the pay-per-view. And which then we'll have our turn at the pay-per-view as well. So then let's check our Erection versus Awesome feud. We'll have more self-hype the next week. And then the face will win another match. And then that will set up nicely to General Erection attacking after the match, which will then announce General Erection versus Mike Awesome at the pay-per-view. And so this stuff right here, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I think we can try and fit all of this into one Raw, or Nitro rather. And then we'll have this as our pay-per-view. And the title tournament's going very well. Not amazing heat, but this is just to decide our new television champion. So our first match will be Canyon versus Lance Storm, and our second match will be Shane Douglas versus Chuck Palumbo. And that will hype up Chris Canyon versus Shane Douglas. And this will be our pay-per-view main event. So that's going to be awesome. But looks like our storylines are going very well. Let's just set up the advanced booking for Goldberg and Steiner at Sold Out. So we'll do Bill Goldberg versus Scott Steiner. That's sold out. And it's got B+ heat, so that's good. So Bill Goldberg and Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T is announced for sold out. And we'll have more matches announced for sold out later on. So looks like we're doing good here, guys. So I'll end it off here. Thank you all again for tuning in to Gibby Plays TEW 2005. Again, if you really like this series, keep leaving some likes, giving me some views, all that. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my booking plans. But yeah, thank you again for tuning into the Gibby Plays TEW series, and I hope you all have a good day.